Well, as everyone knows by now, this Omicron variant has been described as mild disease, with people apparently having a sniffle. This despite Boris Johnson saying someone died with Omicron today. Note the with part and not from. The wording here is deliberate and very important to spot. In fact, the actual wording that will be used will be died within 28 days of a positive test for Omicron, so it literally means nothing, let's be honest. Now, you might also know that the South African doctor said weeks ago that this was mild, and guess what? She's still saying the same thing now. The BBC have even linked to this recently, but have not put it up on the 6 o'clock news, calling out the government's overreaction to it. Likely because they love it as much as Boris does. Generating fear has been their goal for 20 months after all, so why are they gonna stop now? LBC, on the other hand, did at least get her on for some real-world experience dealing with it yesterday. Let's check out this 40-second clip that's been posted to Twitter multiple times.
There's no reason why you can't trust us when we say to you it's mild disease. We're not saying that there will be sick patients. That's not what we're saying. We say the majority is mild. There's no need to hospitalize any of these mild cases. There's really no need. And these patients recover within about 5 days. Whether you are a child, whether you are 80 years of age, whether you've been vaccinated, whether you have not been vaccinated, whether you have suffer from mild diseases, other comorbidities, this is what we see. This is the real life. This is the real experience.
So as she said, it's been going on over there for the last 4 weeks, and guess what? Mild disease is still the real lived world experience, and once again she states the UK is overreacting. Obviously, she also points out that this is the same for the old and young, jabbed and unjabbed. It does not matter, she said. Mild disease is true for either case. It doesn't really matter which one you are. Now, of course, Boris Johnson's press conference last night could have been him trying to push the agenda as much as he can before all evidence backs up what South Africa is saying here, and they literally have to admit it themselves. Now, it could also be 100 other things, because let's be honest, Boris Johnson is well known for talking bullshit at this point, and so is everyone around him, let's be honest. But, and it's a big but, the overreaction is a double-edged sword for Doris, I've gotta say. Because while it might stop the media handing him about restrictions, it shits all over public trust in literally anything he comes out with. Remember, 12 months ago he told them 2 jabs to freedom, which obviously hasn't aged well, given his little speech yesterday, has it? Online and offline people are saying that he's talking shit, and they've literally had enough of the bollocks that he's coming out with. Now, we must also remember that last year, Doris and his team danced the night away while telling people it was too dangerous to see their family. That has also helped shit on public trust in a big way, let me tell you. As many are saying, they didn't seem to think it was dangerous last year, so why would they now, even if they say it is? Now, I should also mention the banner that's put up by LBC during this interview is a complete piss take and ridiculous. It's talking about 10,000 deaths as this doctor with real experience talks about it being a bloody sniffle. It literally just reminds you that LBC are not impartial and, let's be honest, can often be as bad as the BBC. Either way though, as it stands, South Africa is still saying mild disease despite the doom and gloom merchants here pumping out fear porn 24/7.
There is a pattern consistent throughout history of oppressed people turning on the oppressors, slaves against their owners, the peasantry against the feudal barons, colonies, Mr. Verhofstadt, against their empires, and that is why Britain is leaving. And it doesn't matter which language you use, we are going, and we are glad to be going. We're off.